Are you familiar with the name Dax Shepherd? If you aren't, I highly recommend you get familiar with it. I think you're going to be hearing from him a lot. Hit and Run is a passion project, a labor of love from actor Dax Shepherd. He co-wrote the movie and directed the movie. It's kind of his baby, and it's out now. It follows him and Kristen Bell as a couple who's on the run, trying to escape Bradley Cooper and some other thugs. It's kind of a man on the run kind of movie. Will they stay one step ahead of the pursuers? That's kind of the feel of what's going on here. All of this to get to a job interview, by the way, which is completely a MacGuffin. It has nothing to do with anything really in the movie other than it gives us an excuse to be on the road with this chase. This is an interesting movie to take a look at because you can feel it right from the beginning that Dax Shepherd knows what he's doing. He loves the material, he's written it himself, he wants it to be perfect, and he's got a really good hand, especially when it comes to the relationships. The thing I love most about Hit and Run, and I guess I'll start with that, even though I do want to be a little clear because it's going to sound like I really love this movie. It's actually just a mediocre film, but this is what I love about it, of this movie, is that these relationships feel completely genuine and authentic and real, even though they are over the top and quirky and out there and weird. These characters, even though they are very, very strange, somehow feel grounded in some sort of reality. That's a real trick to pull off, and I think something as a director that'll serve Dax Shepherd well if he continues to want to go kind of in this direction. Now let's talk about the bad stuff in the movie, because there's a lot of it. This is a mediocre film by all means when you think of certainly kind of the plot developments and different things like that. A lot of it feels convenient and forced. It's very over the top, and there are moments in this movie that you go, really, did we have to see, did that have to be? It definitely feels like it's lost in its own raunchiness at times. Again, this is a modern trend that it's hard for me to get on board with, and if this had been a PG-13 movie, I think it's a much better film because it's not distracted by its desire to unnecessarily introduce these elements into the film. Bradley Cooper's character just doesn't work. It's too over the top, it's too much, I just didn't buy into it. All of that drags this movie that could have been something special down to more of a mediocre film. I'll finish with another great thing that I really did enjoy in this movie. That's the relationship between Dax Shepherd and Kristen Bell. It feels like one of the most genuine love relationships I've seen on the screen in a long time. And what I loved about it is how fun it is and how vibrant it is, and the way they talk to each other and play off of each other, and the reality of the arguments they have, and yet at the same time how they're able to work through them and understand each other. And this, at the end of the day, is kind of a romance charading as a thriller. Is that a genre? Rom thrill? I don't know if that's a genre, but it is now. Let's just call Hit and Run the first rom thrill, because this is a love story disguised as a chase story, and one that, though I enjoyed many elements of, I just can't quite recommend.